In a remote, desolate village, there was an eerie, ancient grave where legend had it an old vampire lay dormant. A vampire who only rose at night and spread terror throughout the village. This vampire was Draven, and centuries ago, he had been a regular man, drawn to the dark arts. But one night, after studying a forbidden book, he was cursed to become a vampire. Every night, Draven would rise from his grave, hunting for fresh blood and terrorizing the nearby town. When he hunted, Draven's eyes glowed a haunting red. He could transform into a giant jet black wolf with sharp fangs and claws that tore through his victims. Villagers said that when he was in his wolf form, his face was an unnatural mix of human and beast, a truly terrifying sight. He would drink his victims' blood and, in some cases, turn them into vampires like himself, dooming them to share his fate. These new vampires, too, would sleep in their graves by day, only to hunt by night under Draven's control. One night, a brave young man named Uma decided to confront Draven. Armed with ancient knowledge and a wooden stake, he ventured into the graveyard. But as he lifted his stake to strike, Draven shifted into his monstrous wolf form, leaping at Uma with ferocious speed. Draven's fangs sank deep into Uma's neck, draining his life until Uma too transformed into a vampire. Now, Draven's terror multiplied, with yet another vampire added to his brood. The villagers began to hear more screams each night, signaling Draven's growing power. In desperation, an elderly man known as Raheem Baba, who was skilled in ancient magic, resolved to end Draven's reign. Raheem Baba believed he possessed a talisman with magic, powerful enough to imprison Draven permanently. But he would need a strong, brave soul to help him. That's when Azhar, a young man who had lost his family to Draven's vampires, stepped forward. Azhar was fueled by revenge and agreed to join Raheem Baba in his dangerous mission. Armed with the talisman and a wooden dagger, the two set out toward the grave. As they neared the cursed graveyard, a chilling fog surrounded them, and soon they saw glowing red eyes, Draven's vampires lurking in the shadows. Azhar clenched his dagger, ready to strike as the first vampire lunged at him. Raheem Baba quickly placed the talisman on Draven's grave, chanting an ancient spell. The talisman began to glow, and Draven's shrieks echoed from within the grave as he fought to break free. Meanwhile, Azhar wrestled with the vampires who attacked him, plunging his wooden dagger into their hearts one by one. Raheem Baba's spell grew stronger, and a blinding light from the talisman engulfed Draven's grave, forcing him deeper into it. Draven, realizing his end was near, let out a final rage-filled scream and was bound forever within the earth. His vampire minions, too, turned to ashes and vanished into the air. Since that night, peace returned to the village.